EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport, historic Soldier Field in Chicago.
Wk4 Chicago.
Here's Cairo Santos ready to get this one started. Off we go from Soldier Field. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They put Adams in motion. To throw right away is Stafford. He'll get this complete to Worthy. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. The NFL's 3rd leading rusher a season ago, it's Kyren Williams. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40.
Nice job moving the chains, and Kyren Williams is really someone who kind of came out of nowhere, and he had a career season back in 2023. Finished 3rd in rushing, but it was...
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a...
And this one is blocked. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide-angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 70 yards. Touchdown, Rams. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams move out in front by a point. It's 7-6. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Williams to begin with a pass. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Nice first down catch there by Cole Komet. And, Mike, I've had a chance to spend some time with him in Nashville these last couple summers. And at a TEU event that I run with George Kittle and Travis Kelce. And for a big body, for a guy who's just a large guy, he can really bend. He can run. He can get in and out of his break. And I think that's a big reason why, as he's continued to develop, he's a very good run blocker. But he's really become that dynamic weapon they thought he would be coming out of Notre Dame just a few years ago.
That pickup good for 29 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Now the former Eagle and Lion who's back in the NFC North. It's DeAndre Swift.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
That's to the number 9 overall pick, Rome Odunze. And he's in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Chicago. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Santos for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bears are in the lead by the score of 13-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First down, Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on... They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's to Atwell. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They put Adams in motion. Stafford to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, L.A. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Give him 14 on that play, one first down. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive linemen had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
So they'll talk over. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. Now it's Williams. He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. What a run by Williams. And even 30 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They send him right out of the slot. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal. They motion the slot man left. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
That's hauled in at the 2.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The offense staying put. 4th and goal from the 2. This caught, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Throwing is Williams. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give left side. This is Swift. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Williams. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. That's the safety, Cameron Curl.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
1st and 10 now from the 36. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. Numbers 10 and 11 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. On 2nd down, it's Williams. That is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And 3rd down coming up.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. And he's going to be taken down. Though we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Williams. He'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Santos's kick is good. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. To throw, it's Williams. That's to the tight end, Komet. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throw it again. It's Williams. This one caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. You can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Atwell sent in motion here. 3rd and 2. Stafford. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Xavier Worthy there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he's going to have the Rams first down. They wind up with a gain of 11 on 4th down.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
Again, it's Stafford. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score again. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, L.A. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. And number 12 on the year.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. You couldn't ask for a better turn in momentum. Not only did they score, Greg, but then they kick it off, and they scored again.
Well, how many times, Mike, do you hear teams talking about the double dip, right? You go in before the half, you score, you come out of the break, and you score again. They were able to do a double dip without ever having to go to the halftime break. I mean, back-to-back chances to score before the opposing offense even has a chance to take the field.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. And he goes up top looking for Komet. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he's got another one. throw, Otunze. Touchdown, Chicago. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The entire idea of the bootleg is to move your quarterback off of his normal spot. Buy some extra time for your offensive line and alleviate some of the pressure on the protection. And in this case, it seemed to me like the quarterback panicked a little bit. He went into survival mode,
and he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. The extra point from Carty is good. And the Rams will go up by 7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
you know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Darius Williams. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Rams will extend this 3rd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Whoa. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. They'll run out of the gun. It is Swift. And that's not going to yield a whole lot. Up to only about the 23. Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's caught left side by Odunze. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Bears 1st down. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
In trouble, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 50. Slot man in motion right. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive linemen is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone.